Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh. I'm Nur Aziah binti Abdul Majid with matric numbers 04082OF2038. So I'm here today to discuss a question given to explain it to you guys. Before I start my speech today, let me introduce you guys on my group mates who works together to settle the question given. First, we have Alia binti Hamidi, Nurul Hafizah binti Abdul Wahab, and the last one is Tan Lipin. We are so thankful for this opportunity. We learned a lot in finishing this assessment. Alright guys, we also want to thanks to our lecturer of Financial Accounting 3, Madam Afifah, for such a great opportunity. Okay guys, let's go to our question. Based on the question given, we are required to prepare the statement of comprehensive income, the statement of changes on equity, and the other one is financial position for the Bahagia Bersama Berhad Companies account for the year ended 31st December 2016. To answer this question, we need to settle down the additional information first. As you guys can see on the screen, there are few terms that have been stated. We have administration and distribution expenses, provision to be calculated such as depreciation on plant and machinery at 50% using reducing balance method, depreciation on freehold properties, provision of doubtful debt, and the last one is debenture interest. Next, we have to calculate our tax rate that was stated over 25% and ordinary shares. We have to do notes to account first based on this information. As I said before, we have to calculate all the information given. We state this into the notes to account. You guys can see it on the screen, right? How to make notes to account. Alright guys. First is depreciation. We have to accept which are plant and machinery and freehold properties. For the cost, we took it from the trial balance where it stated 180,000 ringgit Malaysia for the plant and machinery, while 260,000 for the freehold properties. We are going to calculate the depreciation. Cost minus accumulated depreciation 110,000 ringgit Malaysia multiply 50%. We got 10,500 ringgit for the depreciation. Next is accumulated depreciation. Depreciation plus the current depreciation, and we got 120,500 for the accumulated. As I stated before, we need to calculate in a reducing balance method, right? For the freehold properties, we will divide it by 25 years of useful life, and we get 10,400. Alright, for the accumulated depreciation, 20,000 plus 10,400 that we got from depreciation before, it will cost to 30,400 ringgit. Okay guys, for the next book value 260,000, the cost will be minus to 30,400, and we will get the net book value for the freehold properties is 229,600 ringgit Malaysia. Alright guys, and next one we are going to find provision of doubtful debts, where it has to be 5% of debtors. The amount of trade receivable multiply 5%, we will get RM 3,025. The last one, we have to find debentures interest. The amount of debenture of interest are 2,000, but we have to add another 2,000 since it says second half years. So the total is 4,000 minus 2,000 that will accrue. Our debenture of interest are RM 2,000 ringgit Malaysia. Alright guys. Next, we are required, as I said before, we are required to do few statement. Alright guys, we will go to Bahagia Bersama Berhad Statement of Comprehensive Income for the year ended 31st December 2016. As you guys can see on the screen, this is Bahagia Bersama Berhad. First we need to state gross profit that we take from trial balance 244,000 ringgit, and we need to minus with audit fees, salaries, selling expenses, utilities, directors remuneration, research and development. All of this cost 105,000, and we state depreciation that was stated in trial balance, plant and machinery. This we need to state the notes where we add the notes on the notes. Plant and machinery at number 1, we took it from the notes to account. Number 1, depreciation, we state in our statement of comprehensive income. Alright, plant and machinery at number 1 for the depreciation 2,500. Freehold properties also number 1 in our notes. Provision of doubtful debts number 2, and debenture interest number 3. All of this cost 27,925. Alright, next is we add profit after tax. Minus 25% tax rate. We will multiply to 101 ringgit 0.75. We'll get 27,769 ringgit. Okay, our profit after tax is 83,306 ringgit Malaysia. Our next required that we required to do is statement of changes in equity for the year ended 31st December 2016 for the Bahagia Bersama Berhad company. As you guys can see on the screen, this is statement of changes in equity. Alright, we state balance BD that we got from trial balance also, or that we got from trial balance. For ordinary shares, we have 200,000. For the and January reserve, and the last one retained earnings. Okay guys, balance BD for ordinary share capital. Okay, total CD for ordinary share capital is 200,000 ringgit. We don't have to add on anything on this ordinary share capital. It wasn't stated on our trial balance or in our additional information. Okay, we will go to general reserve. General reserve balance BD that we have is 50,000 ringgit, and there is reserve transfer from retained earning. That's why we need to add on general reserve 50,000 ringgit. We add to 15,000, we will get the total balance CD for general reserve credit for the general reserve is 65,000 ringgit. Alright guys, for the retained earning, for the balance BD we have 40,000. Profit after tax that we got from Sochi before 83,306. Okay, appropriation we have reserve transferred. That's why we need to minus and our total balance CD we need to minus since we transferred to general reserve. Okay, for our retained earnings, our total balance will go our total balance is 92,306 ringgit Malaysia. Alright guys, the last one we are required to do is statement of financial position 31st December 2016. As you guys can see on the screen, in our statement of financial position, we will add the notes that we get from our notes to account before is okay. First we need to find non-current asset. As there is in our trial balance, there is land, freehold properties in our notes to account number 1, plant and machinery number 1. Okay, for the non-current asset, we add on, we will get 389 ringgit and 100 ringgit Malaysia. For our current asset, it included in inventory, trade receivable, where there is notes to account before 60,500, we will minus to 3,025. Notes number 2, for the CAD, we will add on under current asset, cash, prepayment expenses, payment debenture interest. All of this current asset, we will get 116,475 ringgit. Okay, we will minus to current liabilities. We need to minus under current liabilities is debenture interest, tax, trade payables, proposed dividend, or under is ordinary share bank overdraft. For the working capital, we add on all of the current liabilities, we get 178,269. When we add on our working capital, we will get 397 ringgit 306. Okay, financed by issue and paid up capital. Ordinary share, as stated before, ordinary share we have 200,000. General reserve we have 765,000, and retained earning we have 92,306. When we add on all of this, we will get 357,306 ringgit Malaysia. Alright. In our trial balance, it was stated debenture. Debenture is a long-term liabilities. For debenture, we get it was stated 14,000 ringgit Malaysia. When we add on everything, we will get the same as working capital. It is a balance 397 ringgit 306. I think that's all from me. I hope you understand what I'm what did I explain before. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for paying attention.